So that's what you have. Alright. So those are done. Alright. So your guys' hit points, that's what they're set at. So you now are in bear form, or sorry, spider form. I'm gonna put your regular token down there in that little square. And as you turn into your spider form, Miria, Gwen goes, Auntie, up here! Auntie, better see!
Auntie?
She was doing that last week too.
I forgot.
I think Javik and Shadow both just feel testosterone oozing out of them.
She's not your aunt.
Hey, she can call me aunt if she wants to.
Darn right. We grew up calling my mom's two best friends Aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can't understand what she's saying right now anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, I'm up on the ceiling with her to get better vantage. Plus, it'll help kind of keep me undetected.
Okay. So you and Gwen will have advantage on your stealth rolls because of your cool, where you guys are at. So she's gonna move in front of everybody, just kind of scouting out.
I guess I would back her up just in case something happens.
And she would be able to see all of that. Okay. And as she gets up there, a little bit in front of you guys, she goes, no, danger, danger.
Alright,
I
guess I would end up signaling the others that there's something going on.
And she's gonna roll. Aren't we glad she has advantage? Okay. So, from what you're hearing, Miria, out of Gwen, the danger seems to be coming from that direction. As you get up there, you actually see 3 dudes.
Dudes? We don't want to see any dudes.
We see them, they don't see us. That's what's important.
Go ahead and roll your stealth, Miria, with advantage for spider. Oh, nice. Yeah, and they don't seem to notice you at all. And you actually see Gwen kind of come up next to you, and she actually takes some of her webbing and kind of puts it on kind of the base of your spine as a spider, like right where your thorax kind of meets your torso.
Like just marking her so she can see her, or what?
Putting like this little tether, this little threaded tether onto you.
Oh, they're doing the buddy system.
You have an idea, Gwen?
And Gwen just kind of looks at you and kind of goes, "You just don't want to fight. I'm small." Like, even though she's as big as you, like, physically, her spider form and your spider form are probably pretty close in size. She's if only a little bit smaller than you. But she's definitely looking at these guys and then looking back at you for either direction or because she's not really sure. And then she kind of looks back at Yavik, kind of a little unsure about how to go.
I'm kind of looking back. What's wrong, girl? Right. Can't speak spider. Wait, I can call the animals.
Bond or something?
Do you wanna cast your speak with animals?
Yes.
You might want to move closer to her.
Yeah, sure. Looks.
You can sense you can sense her, like her emotions, like without needing to talk to her, and you just get this kind of sense from her while she's under, fear. This sense of
Apprehensive?
fear, sense of unwariness, sense of unsure.
For my character, I just kind of pat her lightly with one of my legs, and I signaled over to the gnolls that there are 3 enemies, and to keep an eye out. I'm gonna go on ahead and see if there are any more that we have to worry about, or if it's just the 3 right now.
Okay, so yeah, but you do get that from Miria because of your spell, because of casting your spell. So you know about the gnolls that are here. So you can speak to Miria in her spider form, so.
And Gwen, hopefully. Freaking Gwen,
Yes.
Gwen, what's wrong?
And she kind of says to you, Auntie goes ahead. Auntie go.
Auntie? Alright, we'll correct that later, but... For right now, freaking
As you travel along the ceiling there, Miria, they still don't seem to notice you, and as you kind of peek around, you actually see that there's a lip, like about a 5-foot cliff drop. That's why the shading is darker. The darker area is actually lower, and there's about a 5-foot drop. And then you see kind of a pit, and you're seeing bones.
bones.
Like, recently deceased bones, or these bones have obviously been sitting here for a while bones?
That's actually a good question.
You're not sure. You're not sure how long they've been there.
Okay.
Because of your vantage point, you just don't have a good enough look. And hold on a sec.
So at this point, it's the 3 of them, right?
Yes, it is 3 of them. And he still doesn't see. And this gnoll right here is totally oblivious. He actually looks like he's kind of partially awake.
Like picking
And
his nose?
He's just kind of standing there. Got sorry. Got a. He's got a spear that's kind of haphazardly kind of over his shoulder. His shield's kind of laying across his leg, and he's just kind of like licking himself and just not really noticing you at all.
How far does my webbing go?
Your webbing's range is 30 feet, 60 feet max. So 30 feet without any disadvantage, 60 feet on total.
Would that be okay reaching him?
35?
Or would I
Get
have
a
to
little
get closer? Okay.
You have to get about another square closer, and unless you want to do it at disadvantage.
It's a trap!
Silence?
It's a trap!
He's within range now.
Because what I figure is that I want to kind of catch him off guard and then web him up onto the ceiling, get him out of the way.
And he actually looks like he's gnawing on some sort of bone. Don't know what kind.
Alright, so at this point, would I have advantage on him?
Well, it is a sneak attack is advantage usually, right? Yep.
Because what I figure is that I could web him up to the ceiling, get him stuck up there. That way, the rest of the group can help deal with the 2 smaller ones. Perhaps even the pack leader growing his pack. So.
Yay!
Here's the thing. Your first thing would be the webbing itself. You would have to web him up, and then your next term would be actually pulling him up to the ceiling.
Okay, but initially catching him off guard, getting him stuck.
Yeah.
Alright, so all I have to do is just roll my web.
Yep. Click the button. You should have a button.
Press all the buttons.
Nice! That's awesome.
Woo!
Okay. The strength check.
Although I'm confused are those damage rolls.
Well,
And
not meant-
fails!
It's not
And
meant for
fails.
It's not meant
Oh.
for damage. It's meant
Gotcha,
for
gotcha.
snare.
Gotcha.
As you just you kind of look down at this guy and you see Gwen just give this little like giggle. Like she totally knows what you're about to do.
And she approves, I think.
No. Because it should have been her that did it.
As you just aim it up and just the webbing just encases the pretty much from the neck down this knoll, and you see him just
Well,
kind of
yeah, it's about here.
you see him immediately give out a squeal, but he is restrained. Where is it? Where is it?
I guess at this point I would
Web-
signal the others to get into position.
Cool. And with that, everybody needs to roll initiative. So. Alright, so Noel.
Not my worst initiative roll. This had been hanging back so her light wouldn't blow the cover. But we obviously don't care
Do
about
I have
that.
to re-roll against those gnolls?
Huh?
I got the same roll as two of the gnolls.
You go before them.
Okay.
Zaxton
You go.
needs to roll.
I will. Hang on. I'm
Alright, just say... Don't want to... I forget things all the time. I don't know if other people always forget things all the time.
Okay. But you guys do get a surprise round? Or sorry, Gwen does.
Shadow.
So,
God,
Shadow,
no.
because Gwen is stealthed, if you use her to take your turn, basically, she will have advantage, for her next attack.
Alright, time to wiggle that butt and get some sticky webs out there.
Alright,
Or
so
she could
who's
choose
she,
poison, maybe, I don't know.
who's she webbing?
Freaking, these are our targets, right? The three in front. Freaking, what do we got? Two in the back. She
We
takes
got
them.
this guy,
already
and we
webbed.
got that guy.
Wait, just
Yeah,
these two? I
apparently
see.
he's already webbed.
I see three gnolls in front of me. Oh, those are our guys. Never mind.
Drag your avatar up or something.
Nope, I'm actually moving
Oh
ahead.
yeah, that's right.
Are you out of your avatar? Are you out of your shot range?
No, I just moved up a bit so I can be side by side with Gwen. It's just like 30.
I'm
Well,
only
no,
going
no,
to be
no.
able to
You
catch
have
up
to
to the
be where
friendly.
you are.
Oh,
and then
yes,
you
yes.
take your turn.
I'm puppeteering. Right. Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of what I should do. What should be my...
And this is technically your surprise round, so this is even before you actually go in the turn order.
I'm going, actually, freaking, she webbed the first one, but I want to web the closest one. The one that's straight ahead of me.
Alright.
Going for it.
Alright. Yay! That's a 19, which hits.
Who's the other webbed one right now?
Alright, hold on. Get these guys in the turn order too.
You would think you could sort automatically.
You would think, right?
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright, so that's her surprise round, and then, so, you said this guy right here?
Mm-hmm.
Is she within range? She will have disadvantage unless you move her first.
I'd recommend it later.
Well, she's on the roof, so she's in the clearing. I'm moving her just a couple of feet right there at the nice, good sniping spot.
She's still out of range.
What? By how much?
Still 50.
Use a ruler.
Alright, a little bit to the left. I don't want to move her in too close.
Because she's got got 30 feet of movement, so she started there. Can get her a little